Hello students of 7th standard, we have started the lesson number 8, static electricity. Today we are going to see some new points from that. See here, page number 53. About 2500 years ago, a Greek scientist named Thales found the feathers are attracted towards the rod of a yellow colored umber. What was there? See, about 2500 years there was one scientist whose name was Thales. What he found, that the feathers of the birds that were attracted towards the yellow colored umber, so which had been rubbed against a woolen cloth, and that was rubbed against the woolen cloth. Umber is called as an electron in the Greek language. Umber is nothing but a electron with a in the, you can say, Greek language. Therefore, the property of a umber is to attract things are named electricity by the Thomas Browne in 1646 AD. So, therefore, what was done? The property of a umber to attract the things was named as electricity by the Thomas Browne in 1646 AD. Next is nothing but frictional electricity. See there, electric charge generated by friction is called as a frictional electricity. What is frictional electricity? The electricity which is generated by the friction is called as a frictional electricity. This charge is produced only at the place of the friction. Where this charge is produced? This charge is produced only when there is a friction. Frictions means whenever two, you can say, objects are rubbed against each other, there is a, you can say, force of friction developed. Then see, hence it is called as a static electricity. It remains on the object for a short duration. Whenever you see this static electricity is remaining on the object for a very short duration. The charges of the static electricity are absorbed in the moist air. What you see there, these charges are absorbed in the moist air. That is why this experiment should be performed in a dry weather, particularly in winter. What we have to do? We have to perform these experiments only when there is a winter. See the next one, try this apparatus. A few straw you have to take, a woolen cloth, socks, or you can say gloves you have to take, glass bottle you have to take. See what is the procedure? Place a straw on the bottle, take another straw near it, observe what happens, leave the straw on the bottle as it is, rub the other straw against a woolen cloth and take it near the straw on the bottle. Observe what happens. Now, take two straws and rub them against woolen cloth at the same time. Keep one straw on the bottle and take the other near it. See what happens. Keep the rubbed straw on the bottle as it is. Take the woolen cloth on which it is rubbed close as it is. What happened? You have to see. First, what you have to do? You have to rub one cloth with one straw. You have to keep one straw on the, you can say, bottle, and other straw you have to rub it with the, you can say, woolen cloth, and you have to bring this straw near the, you can say, the straw which is kept on the bottle. So what happens? Both of these, as they are oppositely charged, they get attracted towards each other. Now what you have to do? Now both the straws you have to rub with the woolen cloth and you have to bring them near each other. So what will happen? The straw will start to go away from that straw, other straw. Why this is so? Because there are same types of a charge produced on the both of the straw, as both of the straw are rubbed with the, you can say, woolen cloth. cloth. That is, there is a same charge produced on the both the straws. See, record your observation in each of the above procedure in the chart. A charged straw is taken near the uncharged straw. What will happen? There will be attraction. That means here there are opposite charges. Two straws carrying similar charges are brought near each other. What will happen? There will be repulsion. A charged straw and an oppositely charged cloth which was used for rubbing are brought near each other. What will happen? That will again also repel. So what is this? Why this is seen? See what is there? The electrically charged objects attract uncharged objects. If they are uncharged, means then only they can attract. There is a repulsion between the like electrical charges. There is an attraction between unlike electrical charges. Hence, repulsion is used as a test for identifying an electrically charged object. That means whenever there are unlike charges, the objects will get attracted towards each other. And if there are same charges or like charges are there, they get repelled from each other. See there, next one. Take a thermocol ball on a mustard or a mustard seed in a bottle and shake the bottle vigorously. The seeds try to move away from each other. Both stick to the bottle. Why does this happen? See what you have to do. You have to take a bottle and in that you have to put the, you can say, mustard seeds or the thermocol balls, and you have to shake it vigorously. After shaking, what do you observe? The thermocol balls, or you can say mustard seeds, try to, you can say, get attracted, or they get touched, or you can say they move away from each other. But they stick to the bottle. Why this is so? Because the bottle is nothing but of another charge, and the thermocol balls, or you can say the mustard seeds, they are of another charges. Then see next one. To charge an object by a contact, rub a plastic comb against the paper. Touch this comb with the another uncharged comb. Take the other comb near some pieces of a paper. What happens? To charge an object by induction. See what happens to charge an object by contact. What is there? You have to take a plastic comb. You want to rub it against the paper. Now this comb you have to touch with the another uncharged comb. Take the other comb near some pieces of a paper. What happens? The comb will, see here I have shown, the comb will attract this piece. Why this is seen? Because there is a charge on that object, or by contact the charge is produced on this, you can say, object. See next one. To charge an object by induction. Rub a comb or a balloon on your hair. What you have to do? Rub a comb or a balloon on your hair as shown in the picture. Take the comb near a thin trickle of water from the tap. See what happens. Now draw the comb away from the trickle and observe what happens. See, whenever you are taking a comb or a balloon on the, or you have to rub it on your hair as it is shown in the picture. Now take the comb near the water, tap water as it is shown here, flowing water. You want to take the comb. Now see what happens. Now draw the comb away from the, you can say, trickle and observe what happens. There will be charge produced on this comb. See, make your observation with tick mark. See, when the charged foam is brought close to the flowing water gets attracted. Whenever you see that we have seen in this example, whenever we bring the foam near to the running, you can see we have rubbed this with this foam we have rubbed against the hair and we brought it near the, you can say, water. So what happens there? See, when the charged foam is brought close to the flowing water, water gets attracted or repelled, remains as it is. What happens? The water gets attracted towards it. Then see, when the charged foam is taken away from the flowing water, it gets attracted, repelled, remains, or as it is initially, it gets, you can say, attracted towards the running water. At first the flow of the water is not charged, but when a negatively charged foam comes near the flowing water, what happens? The water is not charged, but when the negatively charged foam comes near the flowing water, the negative particles in it nearest to the foam are pushed away. What happens? There is a, you can say, whenever there is a flow of water, at first the flow of the water is not charged, but whenever you bring this charged foam near to the water, what will happen? The water will go away from it. Means that it will be pushed away from it. The part becomes positively charged due to the deficiency of a negatively charged. The foam has negative and the water has the positive charge. Here the foam has negative and the water has the positive charge. Due to this, there will be attraction between the opposite charges. The flow of the water is attracted towards the foam, you can say. Whenever the foam is taken away, the negative particles in the flowing water comes back to the original position. What happens? Whenever you take away the foam, again the negative particles come away or they are taken away. So what will happen here? The original position, that is positive and negative charges, become equal in number. As a result, the water becomes uncharged and stops getting attracted towards the foam. Then see next one. Keep a split tube light in a dark place. Rub it vigorously with a thin polythene bag. What you have to do? You have to keep a tube light in a dark place. You have to rub it vigorously with a polythene bag. So what happened and why? When an uncharged aluminium ball is brought near a negatively charged balloon, the following things happen. What are the things taking place? See there. As shown in figure A, an opposite charge is generated in the other object by induction. Both the objects get attracted towards each other. Whenever we see in the first picture, what happens? The aluminium ball gets attracted towards the balloon. Then see, as shown in figure B, on touching both the objects become similarly charged. What happens? Whenever there is, you can say, the balloon is touched to the, you can say, aluminium ball. Here similar charges are produced, and in C, the like charges repel each other. This is shown in the effect of the electric charges. By this we can understand that the unlike charges attract each other and the like charges repel each other.